Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You are watching Ragini S.R. Swami YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you about reading skill. So after reading the text, how do we reminding those things? How do we speak about that lesson or short story or novel or a poem? So reading skill, it is important among LSRW. So reading skill, why do we need? So once we read the textbook, we recall it. What are the themes in the novel, drama, short story, lesson, poem, etc. Memory, it is important to remain everything, to recall everything. After recall those things, we have to just exhibit. Means we have to speak. We should speak what we have read the text. So here 10th standard textbook states syllabus, a hero lesson. Already I have read that lesson, a hero. So how do I narrate the story about a hero? So here major characters are Swami and his father. Swami's mother, Swami's granny and school headmaster, burglar, students and police. So all these are minor characters. Here two major characters are Swami and his father. One Swami's father looked over the newspaper. He has read one story in that newspaper. When he was reading the newspaper, he received one story that was courageous story. What was the courageous story in that newspaper? So a village lad or a lad means boy, a village boy. He was a small boy. So while he was returning to home from the jungle path, he had met a tiger. He was not afraid of that tiger. He was ready to fight with the tiger. But as though he was a small boy, how he could fight with the tiger? Because we need courage. Always it works. Courage, it is so strong. In any kind of situation, that terrible situation, if it occurred in our life, if we have that courageous, definitely we will conquer that. Definitely we will win in that. So that village lad, he climbed a tree. He was sitting on the tree branches until the people arrived there. So after he attacked the tiger and killed the tiger. So everybody appreciated him. So here, when that Swami's father has read that newspaper about that story, he was quite happy regarding a small village lad. Later, he thought about his son because he was not a courageous boy. He had a lot of fear. He was afraid of darkness. Alone, he never ever slept himself. So he noticed that by his father, he narrated the story to the Swami. What he had read in that newspaper, that story he narrated to his son Swami. But the Swami started to argue with his father. Usually, small boy has no strength to fight with the tiger. Probably he was a giant person and powerful person. He has that strength so that he fought with the tiger. Not a kid. He was already grown up man. He said to his father. Father got angry towards Swami because he did not agree what his father told him. So Swami also argued that at that moment, even though small boy, how was it possible? How can he defeat that tiger? How did he conquer? How did he win? Tiger, it is a wild animal. So how did he win over that wild animal tiger? Like that he talked. So his father kept one condition. According to Swami's father, courage is important than strength. If the person has the strength of an elephant, but he has that cowardness, but he has no courage, what he does? Nothing. He cannot achieve anything. But a person who has a strength of straw, but he has lot of courage, he can do anything. So in this way, his father suggested him courage is important. Swami, he was not convinced by his father. So after his father became so strict, and also he kept one condition, that was he kept one condition. What was that condition? So he restricted to his son to sleep alone. So after proving that he believed he has that courage. So his granny and his mother also refused to sleep. His father told him to sleep in his office room. Swami interrupted and also he tried to change the topic also. He talked all of a sudden about the cricket club. He joined in the cricket club along with his elder troop, but his father stopped to talk about that. His father not accepted that one. So he was ready to send for cricket also for playing purpose. He wanted to make him to sleep alone in his office room. And also he gave lot of reasons, silly reasons he gave Swami. What he gave the silly reasons. So in his office room, probably there was scorpions under the law books like that, and also it was so dirty place in his office room. His office room, it was full of dirty dust. It was there, so he was not ready to go. And later, telling all the silly reasons, he went to and slept on the bed. His granny went and asked, "Are you getting sleepy? Are you really getting sleepy?" He has shown that gesticulations. He got angry, but he couldn't able to speak. If he speak in a loud voice, his father probably heard his voice and also again told him to sleep alone in the office room. So that he had shown that wild gesticulations. Wild gesticulations means that body movement, hands movement, and facial expression. He had shown that wild gesticulations to his granny. Again, she asked, "Are you getting sleepy?" "You in sleepy mode?" Like that, she asked his granny. He told his granny not to disturb for sleeping. So, if his father kept him to sleep alone in his office room, there definitely he could not get the sleep. So at least he wanted to sleep here. If anybody called him that time also, "You should not call me." And also if the entire home, it is on fire, that time also you should not me wake up. Like that, he kept one restriction or prohibition to his granny. After that, his granny left him. Later, what happened? Swami's father came and get up, Swami, like the 3 times he shouted. First 2 times calling, he did not wake up. After third time, he woke up. His father rolled up the bed. So he rolled up and tucked under his arm and went upon. So following his father, he was also going and also looked over his granny and mother. They were helpless. Actually, at that moment, the Swami wanted their help, but they were also helpless because his father that time so strict regarding his son, because he was a frightful son. Swami requested to his father. It was a dark room, so dingy room. So at least he wanted the lamp. But his father not allowed him to carry that lamp also because he was afraid of darkness. So from the darkness, that fear should be gone. So his father wanted him to get courage from the darkness also. That was the reason his father refused to give the lamp for Swami. So he slept alone. But he was not sleeping. He was thinking all the devil and ghost stories. After that, Swami could not sleep. He was remembering all the ghost and devil stories at night. What he had heard, the stories by his friends. All the devil stories he was recalling. So some stories are there. Some like it was so fully funny and gossip devil stories he was remembering and got afraid and he got fear. Later he slept. In the sleeping also, he got some nightmares. So that tiger dream, he had dreamed about tiger. It was chasing him. While it was chasing him, he wanted to escape from the tiger. He started to run. So while he was running, his feet, it was stucking into the ground. That type of dream he was dreaming. What we are thinking, what we are talking in our dreams, it comes. As it is, it happens to Swami's life also, Swami's dream also. Many of the nightmares it came to him in his dream. So later what happened, how much he got the fear. Usually at night time there is a full of silence. In that silent circumstances, so he had heard that clock sound. Tuck, tuck, tuck. That clock sound he had heard. That type of sounds, many sounds he had heard and also got fear. So later what happened, one moving creature, it was moving, it was coming to his room. He woke up actually and he felt someone came. He did not know that moving creature was burglar. That moving creature, he was a burglar. He was in wanted list. The policemen were looking forward him. So actually he did not know about that burglar. So something came. He thought it was devil. Tightly he had holded his leg and by his teeth he damaged to the burglar's leg. So after he got wounded, that burglar got wounded. After he shouted loudly, after his shouting, his father, cook and servant, three men came and under the bench he fell down already. That burglar already fell down. Upon him, all these three men fell down. So after everybody appreciated Swami, especially school headmaster, patted his back and he appreciated, policemen also appreciated, and after he went to the school, everybody, all his friends gave lot of respect to Swami because those policemen were looking forward this burglar actually. They wanted for him. So here the small boy, even though he was also in a second form, during the British time for 7th standard student they call like at that age they call second form. After appreciation of Swami, so in following night Swami already slept before arriving of his father. When his father came with his wife, he inquired about son Swami as she did not like to make his son to get the trouble like what had happened the previous night. She suggested to her husband. So after that, he left that topic. He replied her what he would have become in the future. He was not responsible. That responsibility, it was her. Like that he replied and also he went. So for hearing all the things, he just covered the blanket, but he was not sleeping. He was hearing all their conversation. When his father left the topic, he was quite happy and he got the nice sleep. So this is the story of a hero lesson. After I have read the text, how do I recall the story? So few of the things I think maybe probably I left a few of the things. It's okay. So like this, you also read the textbook and also recall, and in front of the camera you come, in front of the mirror you stand and start to talk about that and recall those things and start to talk. If you follow this method, definitely your English, it becomes rich. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do the subscribe and hit the bell button. You will get all the notifications of my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share this. Next time I will come with new content in the next session. Until that, bye bye, take care. Thank you.